Hey everyone! Today we're diving into some hilarious love adventures. In this moment, everyone decided to jump into action, and the boy just caught a glimpse. He was smitten with the landlord's granddaughter at first sight, but this shy guy lacked the guts to make a move, and his colleagues saw right through his dilemma. Yet his colleagues decided to call a full meeting just to strategize how to help him. Mordai awkwardly said, "It's fine, love won't affect work." But see who noted editing a dictionary isn't easy. This job requires a variety of vocab, and as soon as love came up, Mordai turned as red as a boiled lobster, making work quite difficult. Senior Huimu was about to scold Zigging, but the oldest editor spoke up out of nowhere. To teacher Matsumoto, love was of utmost importance. Even Zigging thought this was a bit too serious. Teacher Matsumoto asked Mordai what kind of girl he liked, and all Mordai could stutter out was that she's a chef. Matsumoto decided everyone should eat at the girl's workplace. Mordai was confused. Zigging had already booked. Mordai entered the restaurant reluctantly, but facing the girl, his words were as stiff as a rock. He couldn't speak coherently. He had to force himself to talk to Miss Lin Xiang, but ended up stuttering, while his colleagues kept firing questions one after another. They asked why Lin Xiang wanted to be a chef, and she simply replied that she loved cooking and would do it forever. This simple statement made Mordai's heart race. Perhaps that was why he fell for her at first sight. The girl, grounded and pursuing her dreams, won everyone's approval. After Lin Xiang had left, teacher Matsumoto slowly started to say, "But it seems that we're still stuck at a rather cringeworthy beginning." Zigging comforted him, "No worries. Onto the same roof, opportunities will arise." Mordai had already decided. No matter how many years it takes, I'd fight to be with Lin Xiang. And just like that, the meal ended. The two walked together, and Mordai couldn't help but ask again how he could be so smooth in both work and restaurants like him. For Mordai, expressing his thoughts was like scaling a mountain, but to Zigging, it was no big deal at all. Someone like Mordai, who was absorbed in the dull task of editing a dictionary, is the real oddball. Yet inside, Zigging knew that working with Mordai was helping him feel a long-lost emotion. What a rare happiness. This particular sentence stays unchanged. This particular line stays unchanged. This particular line stays unchanged. Subtitles. This line remains unchanged. This particular line stays unchanged. If the company scraps the editing plan, it's a slippery slope, leaving everyone dismayed. The man accidentally overheard in the restaurant that his hard-edited content might just sink down to the ocean. Just as everything was ready to publish, the higher-ups deemed this editing useless and decided to halt the project. He hurried back to the office and gathered everyone for a meeting. Senior Araki looked worried, feeling it all boiled down to budget issues. Ultimately, the only way was to tally up dictionary sales and prove to the higher-ups that they could make a profit. Yet in this fast-paced world, who even wants to flip through dictionaries? People seem to be out of touch with the changing times. Culture isn't a bunch of fragments. Only those willing to dedicate a lifetime will genuinely flip through dictionaries. While everyone racked their brains for solutions, Zigging came up with a simple idea. Before the higher-ups gave an official notification, they could release the writing commission for the dictionary right now. The literary circle is small, so just keep putting out info and let the dictionary news spread like wildfire. At that point, even if the company wanted to terminate, it wouldn't be possible. After all, stopping would spark negative rumors. Afterward, everyone agreed Zigging's plan was feasible, and they began to take action. Zigging busied himself liaising with teachers, once hating editing but now fully devoted. He wanted to stay in the editorial department and join everyone in their seafaring endeavors. Now, dedicating himself to a career had become Zigging's dream. Thanks to Zigging's efforts, the news had spread throughout the literary world. Everyone wore genuine smiles, just waiting for the company's decision. Yet Zigging remained concerned, believing the higher-ups had ulterior motives even if they changed their minds. Before long, news came he was called in to meet, and the higher-ups initially praised his hard work. His efforts towards the Big C project had indeed resolved many tough authors. But just like that, they switched gears and decided to move Zigging to the promotions department starting next spring. Times Earl Zigging was speechless, unable to counter, as the higher-ups changed demeanor and gave him a new task. They asked him to revise a long-issued elementary dictionary he knew it stemmed from top management's ambitions.